Hello, all my TW555 members here at Midway. Welcome back to the Quick Question Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Perez. I'm one of your alternate union reps for the station, alongside your elected rep, Wally Matties, and, of course, Hugo Valles, your safety rep for the station. Hugo.
Oh, celebrate we must. 4th of May, which will be in 3 days. Yes?
Well, thanks for dorking this episode up.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I can't wait to go home and watch Star Wars in my underwear.
I have a feeling somewhere in the middle of that you're not going to have him on.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that. I'm about to puke. Hugo, welcome back again. How are we doing? How's it good? How does it feel being back?
It feels good. I mean, bad but good. There's so much shit out there that needs fixing.
He still got his earplugs around his neck like a tool bag.
Oh, should I do?
Jesus.
I do.
Tool bag.
Sorry.
Nerd.
The first week was, a little iffy, but I got into the swing of things and stuff, and I'm, slowly, gradually getting into it. But yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be out there, seeing everybody, all the friendly faces, and all the great insults that I've been getting.
Yeah, and you're about to get some more because.
What do you mean?
Because we're drinking.
What are you drinking?
We're drinking German beer and.
What is that? Spotted cow.
Spotted cow.
Wisconsin's finest.
Nice.
Yes, and then
That's
you're
all they
drinking.
got.
He's drinking Coronas, ladies and gentlemen, but it's non-alcoholic. Jesus.
What a waste.
Sorry. I'm drinking for the taste.
Jesus.
Nobody drinks it for the taste.
I'd rather drink White Claw.
Oh, come on. I'm not. Oh,
I mean, White Claw would be better than that.
well, probably, but it has alcohol. So. Trying to watch my alcohol intake before I go back to
Not
see the
watching it
doctor.
at all, period.
Oh, I watched it already.
Yeah.
Wally, how you doing, man?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you had a good trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah. I was in Dallas for a system board and got home on Tuesday and was walking downstairs to throw my clothes in the laundry, and I slipped off my last step and twisted my right ankle.
Ooh.
My good ankle.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
So,
man.
yeah. Hoping for the best. Doesn't seem nearly as bad as the other one was, but who knows? So I just they had me take do an MRI. I just had that done today. So
Well, hopefully you'll be back soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it's not serious.
yeah, it doesn't feel anything like the other one did. So
Well, thank God.
yeah,
We need you.
All right, man. Yeah, we do. All right, Hugo, start us off, man. What you got?
All right. I just want to remind all the guide agents out there, and actually everybody who's working a gate, when an 800 max comes in, you got to treat the whole safety zone as an ingestion zone. So remember, guide agents, if you are looking at the pilot, make sure the pilot gives you the clear to enter, all right? Don't start clearing everybody when, the engines are still spooling down. Now, everybody else who's outside the safety zone trying to enter the safety zone, put in the chocks and whatever, make sure you get that signal. Make sure you look at the beacons as well. When the beacons are still flashing, that means, engines are still running. So wait a good 2 minutes.
those are
before you
pretty
enter.
lights under the plane in case.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. The little pretty red lights. Because if you walk in when the beacons are going off, they're going to be looking at the cameras, and they could write you up possibly because, the engines are still running.
Yeah.
So.
Well, actually, just to bounce off what you're talking about, actually, we have somebody already who's being run in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has his fact finding coming up soon, and more than likely he's going to get written up. But he didn't pay attention to all he did was he heard the engines go off, and he just went in there without getting the signal from the guide agent. Now I know in the past, guys, we've been getting, they've been letting us do everything, but nowadays they're gonna go by that groundhouse manual, and they're gonna get us for every little thing. You got to stop. You got to wait until you get that signal from the guide agent, not the guide agent, the marshaller. You get that signal from the marshaller, then you can enter the safety zone. You have to wait till you see it, and if you can't see him, then unfortunately you're gonna have to find him.
Right, and marshalers too. Don't half-ass your signals either, because sometimes they can be confusing. You could just be waving or wandering around, and they think you could walk into the safety zone. Make sure you are giving the clear signals.
Yes.
All right, you don't want to give the miscommunication, and you don't want to put anybody in a predicament where they're getting written up.
Yes. And
All right.
Yeah, I actually watched a video recently. Somebody had went to put the nose gear chocks in when the plane pulled in, and the marshaller was giving to me. I don't know what he was doing. It was a mixed signal. He was holding up the brakes, hold wand.
Right.
And then his other wand, he was waving everybody in.
Ah.
So he was doing both at the same time. So it was confusing.
I see. Yeah, so make sure you do know the procedures on how to bring in a plane, and go over it with someone if you're having issues. You don't want to put anybody in danger. All right. How about you, Eric? What you got for us?
Actually, I don't really have much basically from the ramp because I have some other really information that you guys might want to know. But the one we do have for us would be to, I'll let Wally take this one, would be the gate readiness. I know a lot of write-ups are coming. Or not, we've been getting write-ups, but just be more specific on why these guys are getting them.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of talk about this, not only at Midway. I've been talking to reps in multiple stations. And everybody's kind of questioning what's kind of going on with this. So somebody had mentioned in another station that somebody in their station spoke with this guy, Cole McGuire, who's a VP at Ground Ops, who supposedly said that the gate readiness is just for basically data. What do you call it? Data
Collecting?
Data collecting. Yes, sorry. Couldn't get that out. And it wasn't supposed to be punitive. The clarification I got on that, though, is basically gate readiness in itself. If anybody's getting a write-up of any sort, it just says gate readiness. Nobody should be getting written up for that. It's something within the gate readiness you did or didn't do. What I've been seeing mostly is, what we've been seeing mostly, I should say, is all the reps, most of them discussion logs. We haven't seen much more above discussion logs, but most of them are for not starting it in time. My opinion is just a way for them to track whether you're out your flight on time, because I spoke with actually the guy who runs the department who set out this gate readiness, the whole thing. I spoke with him and another VP, and they both kind of gave me the same kind of answer. Is basically they're going by the GOM. You're supposed to be out there 10 minutes prior to your flight and all this. So if you're not out there, if you haven't started at 10 minutes prior, that means you're not out there 10 minutes prior, that's what they're looking at. Because I brought up the question, who gives a shit when you start it? If you're supposed to be finished by the time the brakes are set. If they're done by the brakes set, who cares? I think it's their way of tracking you're out at your flight, and that's what the majority of the write-ups I've seen are from that. But I was told that they shouldn't be getting written up for just gate readiness itself. It's something in it you didn't complete, whether you didn't start it on time, or just make sure you double check all your information. Don't rush through it. I guess that's part of the reason they want you out there early enough, so you're not rushing through it, so you don't make those mistakes of fat fingering, things like that. We've had those come up, and those could possibly be addressed on a case by case thing if you just fat fingered something. But why take that chance? Just get out there early. Just get out there early enough to double check it. I mean, to be honest, if anybody remembers, 10 minutes is a lot less than what it used to be. We used to be expected to be out there when their flight was in range. Most flights call in range approximately 20 minutes prior.
True.
That's when we used to be expected to be out there. So, I mean, 10 minutes prior, I guess, I'm not defending anything, but it's half of what we used to be expected to.
That is true.
So I think it is kind of a way for them to track whether you're out on your flight on time, in a sense. But from what I was told, because we did have somebody get on a discussion log, I think, or something yesterday or the day before, and it just said on there, gate readiness. Nobody should be getting run for just gate readiness. It's any tasks within the gate readiness that could be the issue, not that. Like if you said you completed a FOD walk and didn't, or something like that, those can be an issue. But as a broad gate readiness, nobody should be getting run up for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But they are.
Well, yeah.
But and that's
And it should be a bit more specific to it, like you said. You can't just
It
be
is.
gate readiness.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's just a vague type of write-up.
It's like a whole general
Right.
yeah.
thing.
Hugo, what's up, man?
Also, FAA will be doing their inspections again inside the bin, so make sure you guys are leaving that 2-inch gap. Again, you leave that 2-inch gap so the fire suppression system can function, and you try not to block it as well, because essentially it's safety of flight, because now they're viewing it as you're putting our flight crew and our passengers in danger. All right, so they're going to write you up for safety. And again, they could they could be popping up here at Midway, or they could pop up, at the station where it lands, and then they're gonna inspect it and say, well, where did this plane came from? Oh, it's Midway, so they're gonna ding you. And once you get dinged, Southwest will probably get dinged as well with a fine. So make sure you are leaving that 2-inch gap. If you cannot fit anything in there, leave it off, and it'll get there eventually. Sorry, but I don't think our planes are that full anymore where we have to leave stuff off. I remember that Montego Bay we used to work. We had to put like 20 bags out because that bird was stuffed.
Let's not leave it off. How about that? Don't do that. How about just report it to Soup?
Well,
let's start there, Hugo.
Well, I guess.
And also too, if you look at it, we had 700s were our big planes then. We had 500s and 300s that didn't fit shit in it. And most of the time we ran into that as if we had canceled flights or delayed flights, stuff like that, stuff piled on top of each other.
Right.
With these 800s and 800 Maxes, there should be no way we ever
need
to have to worry about that.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, Eric, you're right.
Let us
know that hey, we can't fit any of this stuff in because essentially all the freight that's been going to O'Hare, we're going to be receiving all that too. So with that, make sure you have enough room for everything, and if you need to leave some stuff off, you do communicate that, and it'll get rerouted.
I mean, don't be a jagoff and start stacking 3 bags high, but it doesn't all fit. Because then then you're just going to look stupid.
Yeah, because remember we have to argue it. And I'm like, hey, okay, look, you have to.
Right, and we go out there and look at that, and that's what we're trying to argue. We're going to be like, yeah, sorry, dude,
that's not 2 inches.
No, that's you have the 2 foot gap. That's
not the 2 foot.
Right, let's not get crazy. Let's see, what else do we have? Well, we are going to be losing some equipment. We will be losing electric tugs. Now everybody's in a panic.
We're already sharing tugs.
We just got back to assigning tugs again. So now what's going on?
Well, because we're getting these new chargers soon.
Okay.
They said that we should not have that issue. The tugs batteries dying because the charge would be better. Even during opportunity charging, that means when you're not running a flight, you could charge it and nothing will happen to the battery.
Okay, so when you mean by take away, so they're still going to have enough for everybody, supposedly.
We had 81 to begin with.
Okay.
We have now 65. Well, per GSC, I asked for a list myself, and I counted them. I counted 4 or less, but. Whatever. I counted 61. They say 65.
And how many do we need to operate? I know 25 of them for the morning.
Right.
For just locals. I don't know how many T-points.
T-point is about 20.
Probably around there. Yeah, probably
15,
close
20.
to.
And then
because they switch off tugs when they die.
And then the trainers also as well, as far as the transrivers that don't want to use They don't want to use diesel tugs. And of course we got the gate agents that want to use them too.
Yes.
So
well,
I mean, how else are you going to get from the B side to the A side? I mean, come on.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I
mean, they could always just steal one because
that helps.
Yeah, nobody would notice either because it never happens.
Well, that's funny because
what?
what's coming up next.
Oh, I knew this actually.
Yeah, I know, and we've talked about it before, and they're like, well, be careful what you wish for because it might come true. Well, right now it's in its infancy, but card readers will be installed into the tugs.
You beat me to one of my topics, you bastard.
No, don't worry.
Okay,
you can talk about it.
No, go ahead, go.
Because I didn't ask anything about it. So if you know more, hop on. All I know is they will be put on, and you're going to need your ID to start it.
Yes. So at first we thought that if you scan it, when you're signing, you're the only one that can turn it on.
Oh.
But no, that's not the case.
No. Well,
but if you do decide, you have to scan it in order to turn it on. But what they could do now is that if you do end up stealing that tug, they're going to know who was the last person to turn it on. And more than likely, they're going to want to write that person up. So I don't like the part of writing people up, but I like the part of finding out who took my damn tug. So guys, be wary. Enjoy the fact that you got it now, but if this is, I mean, I'm all for this except for the write-ups. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I'd rather just go to the person and coach them. Hey, don't do this again.
No comment.
I don't big on the write-ups. I swear.
I know.
I'd rather them go and just tell them, hey, look, why did you take the tug? Don't do it again. Blah blah blah, and that's it. Yeah. That way they don't do it anymore. But I already know where they're going to go with it anyway.
And
so
then also, for the people who's like, oh yeah, they stole my tug, they didn't turn it in, and they tell them like right at the end of their shift. then they can actually look.
And
at
they can
and
actually
see.
track the tugs better than too.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that I like the idea only because, like I said, I get my tug stolen a lot, and it gets very, very annoying, especially when I go out there on my flights in range, and I'm ready. I have my cart out there, and I'm ready to go, and there's no tug.
Yeah.
So, but
I think that's a frustration for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And
It is.
I mean, I hate to say we're union. We're not in the business of
screwing each other over.
well, we do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in the business of wanting people to get written up,
Right.
But at the same time, there's gonna be a lot of people that probably aren't gonna be mad about it because they're tired of everything. They're getting their shit stolen.
Yeah.
I mean,
understood.
they don't keep their bags in there anymore. They just keep their gloves and clipboard. But it's like they still take them, and it's just frustrating the fact that we go out there ready for our flights, and then there's nothing out there. Now we got to go through the trouble of letting the soup know, get another tug, find the carts, and get my ass over there.
Yeah.
And we honestly, we all know what it is. It's the same people that got written up for not doing the gate readiness 10 minutes prior that are trying to get out to their flight at the last minute.
Right.
And so they can't walk there fast enough or run there fast enough, so they got to take a tug. And they just go and take whatever tug's sitting out there.
Yeah.
And it screws somebody else over who's got to now try and find another one and try and run their flights.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
I'm still
it
not.
is.
We're still going to obviously fight write-ups.
Of course.
If it comes to that.
Yeah,
but
no
at the
matter
same,
what.
But at the same time, I mean,
You're not part of the solution.
We are our own worst enemies.
yeah.
Like
I
always
got to
have.
leave it at no comment because
Yeah.
if I keep running my mouth,
No,
I know he's going to let me come back to work.
No. And besides losing the electric tugs, we're also going to be losing some diesels, but we're not losing them like they're leaving the station. We're actually going to turn them into snow plows. So some people, GSC's telling me 6, management's telling me 10. Until I come up with a real answer, which would probably be next season, I'll let you know how many tugs will be turning into
Somebody
snow plows.
That's good. We'll cut down on grievances from that one person.
An agent came to me
Yep.
with a good question for you.
Yeah.
What about O'Hare? Did you hear about if O'Hare's equipment's coming here?
Oh,
we know their
yes.
agents are.
We
but-
we took most of the trash except for that one. Coach. No,
Wow.
we are. You don't listen, but we'll force them.
Yeah.
Love you, Coach.
So no equipment.
But we're not getting our any equipment from O'Hare.
Oh, okay.
It sucks, but for the most part, I told them to get rid of all the plastic ones, all the plastic carts anyway, and give them to O'Hare. So
Okay, so maybe we don't want that stuff. All right, moving on. So the next, it will be real quick, is people, because we had a few incidents already in the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to talk about it, is, okay, so if you're on a double and you have an overlap in the middle, so you're 6 to 2:30, and then you're 2 to 10:30, and you decide to give away the 6 to 2:30 part, and you assume, and then you decide to give the other shift away too, but you decide to go from 2:30 you decide to go from 2:30 to 10:30 because you assume, since you gave away 6 to 2:30, that you gave away that first half hour of that second shift. No, you did not. Okay, you only got rid of 6 to 2:30. You still have 2 to 10:30 to get rid of.
Those are two different shifts.
Those are two different shifts. So even though we can overlap them, that doesn't mean that once you give it away to somebody, it erases the other half hour from the other shift as well. No. You have to get rid of that other half hour as well. You have to get rid of 6 to 2:30, and then you have to get rid of 2 to 10:30, not 2:30 to 10:30. All right, so a couple of guys are taking no-shows because they just said, oh, no, I got rid of 6 to 2:30, and I gave it away. I'm like, yeah, you gave that shift away. You didn't give any part of 2 to 10:30 away, from the 2 to 2:30 away. And now you have a no-show. You have to remember you still have that half an hour that you are responsible for. Give away the full 8.5 hours next time. And the next one for us would be the Rovers. Where a lot of people are talking about the Rovers on the bid line. Wally, you want to elaborate on that one, man?
Yeah.
That's been a hot topic right there.
Yeah, it is a hot topic.
I'm sure they called me about that. Anybody who's been here any amount of time knows that. Well, there's never been a Rover line in the bid. It was a gate line, and we used to have Rovers. The very last time I bidded for a gate, me and our former rep, we bid consecutive lines because it used to be you bid consecutive lines. They put you on, they'll put you on the same gate, and you've been, that was before gate dispatch. We've been the same gate the whole month, so we'd know where we're at, know what we're doing, and they ended up making us Rovers in different zones. because then it wasn't as separated as it was now as it is on a bid, and so that was the last time I ever bid for gates. I'm like, well, screw this. I didn't do this for this. But there was never actually a Rover line on the bids. There never has been. It was just a gate line, and they threw you in as a Rover. So Rover is technically somebody that would help out multiple gates. So when this was put on the bid, I wasn't told this, but I got the impression by speaking with management that it wasn't something that the station wanted to put on there. I guess through stars or whatever, it was something that was put on there that they weren't aware was coming. That's the impression I got. They didn't say it, but they gave a good impression that might be what it is.
Sounds like the same excuse they gave for that when they put the positions on the bid for the gate positions, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I said, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, well, so the union just sent something out today about that. There were some stations still putting gate positions on there. So with this position, they decided that because, if you work a gate now, you have 3-man teams, sometimes 4-man teams. A 3-man team is a Rover built in. A 4-man team is an extra built in along with the Rover. I mean, compared to what we used to have 2-man gates and then a Rover that worked 2 gates that went back and forth between 2 gates. So sometimes you had help, sometimes you didn't.
I remember that.
So now we have such an abundance of agents that this is how they do it. So these Rover lines, they decided that they are going to make those basically the upstairs, because with summer coming, probably going to be more red days. Everything's color coded now. So there's probably be more red days. So they're going to make those people that have those roving lines, if they're red days or whatever, they're going to be at the upstairs teams, whatever you want to call it. So I mean, it's technical, but they're technically Rovers helping multiple gates. I guess you say they're still collecting bags, they're still working a gate almost in a sense. So they didn't know what to do with I got the impression they didn't know what to do with the Rover lines. Because there's no Rovers on the bit. I mean, there's no Rovers on the schedule. If you're looking at the schedule, there's no Rovers on the schedule. We don't have Rovers anymore. So that's what they decided to do with it. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be something that'll be corrected by our next bid. But with this bid, this is what they decided to do.
Yeah. And a lot of guys were saying, what can they just pull from the bullpen? So that's what they wanted to do. It's the Rovers. So,
well, honestly, we told them ahead of time, so just don't bid it.
There's some people that want it. They're like, hey, I just don't want to go on a gate. And well, unfortunately, on red days, you're going to be upstairs.
I was told the majority of the time, and especially with summer coming, there's probably be a lot more red days.
That's according to Q. He said most of the days, most of the summers, practically every day is going to be a red day. So they're going to be upstairs, and then the floats are probably going to be the ones that.
And that's what I explained. Their very first use is going to be upstairs.
Yeah, the gates are going to be covered, but you're still going to have the same amount of people on the gates. It's just
and starting June 4th. What is it? June
5th is a new bid. But
but we get.
June 5th is when
schedule change now.
We get 60 people from O'Hare.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We got all them guys. So.
We have plenty of people. It's just that's what I was explaining to me how they want to work those Rover lines. I like I said, I got the impression that they weren't expecting it.
Okay.
So
here you go. You said you got one more? We got to make this, we're making good time. We got
I could do one more.
Go ahead, go.
All right. We will now be receiving.
He's so excited drinking that non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man, I hate Corona, and
driving.
I hate Corona non-alcoholic even more.
You're driving, so hey, Carrie, hold on, okay?
They don't make Modelo non-alcoholic because
Anyway.
That's a real Latino beer. They're like,
hey. We will be receiving new break room tables. These other ones have been getting beat up. They're tired of welding everything together. They're
one fell down last week.
Yeah.
They're tired of getting all the chair parts for it, and they're like, we're just going to get new tables. That's good news. The bad news is the chairs will not be attached to the tables. So we can already see what might be happening here.
I told him she just got the prison tables.
The prison bench?
Yeah,
the prison picnic benches.
Yeah, with the little holes in it.
Picnic tables, yeah.
Yeah, I told him it might be a good idea, but I think it's a bad idea. Because
the chairs are all going to disappear.
Exactly.
They're going to be outside by gates.
They're going to be in locker rooms.
Yeah, somebody's there early enough. They're going to take them down to T-point, locker rooms.
Here we go.
They're going to be
that's a terrible idea.
In the stairwell.
So we'll see.
Maybe one person will take it home. I don't know.
horrible idea.
I was like, this is not going to go well. But that is it for me.
I'm gonna run through a couple quick ones right quick. Just because I just figured, not I just figured out, but I figured a few months ago, and a lot of people haven't that don't know about it. But those 20% discounts we get, those 4 discount codes we get every year.
Yeah.
I know they always say, hey, make sure you guys screenshot your email because your email will erase blah blah blah. Actually, they're on Swalife.
They're in your travel.
Yeah, they're in your managed traveler, your eligible travelers.
Oh, is that what they're
When
at?
you go over there, it'll say Fair Saver codes. And yeah, they're right there. They've been there the whole time.
Right,
So
just
yeah,
tell everybody I
so
lost mine.
you don't got to screenshot nothing. You got to do it. They're actually over there, on Swalife.
Yeah, somebody actually called me about that last week, and I told them about that.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, oh man, wow. But yeah, again, if you guys do lose the codes, they're on Swalife. Quick from Quentin. Quentin wanted to, I guess he sent out an email stating, he's comparing us. He made a grid that compares us to a few stations. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up. And he's just wants to make sure that we are very compliant, especially with scanning. So far, he's comparing us to Austin, Nashville, Baltimore, Dallas, Denver, Houston, Vegas, Kansas City, Orlando, Phoenix, San Diego, Sacramento, and St. Louis. And of all those stations, we're somewhat on the top tier of them, probably top 5. The ones that we are slacking, the categories that we're slacking in is the last bag scanned and to actually close the flight. So, but it's not by much. Other than that, we're pretty much up there with most, especially for being a mega station. We're actually up there. So it's doing good. But check it out, you guys. It's in the email if you guys are interested in seeing what's going on compared to other stations. But yeah, that's pretty much what he wanted me to tell you guys. That's what what's in the email. And then Wally wanted to again talk about reporting.
Oh yeah, we've noticed, and I've had some, let's just say, talks with management. We've had a lot of fact finders lately, and the premise of these fact finders and what we're on the fact finding notice are whereabouts or time theft, possibly. We've had a number of them recently, and I would say a good half or maybe more of them, I don't know where the fuck they're talking about with this. I mean, we had, I basically got into it with them because I don't think that a lot of these fall under that category, and they're putting a lot of stuff into that category, and I don't know where that's coming from. If anybody's come in before with, I got a no-show, I didn't, and he didn't punch in or out. We've had that before. We've had that for years. It happens all the time. People do that. They put somebody in a fact finder for that and for whereabouts. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I mean, so it's just please report, even if no matter what it is. I can't stress it enough. Just report. You come in the morning. Wherever your first flight is, stop your zone, say hello to your soup. If you're running bags.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
I am pretty impressive.
Even if you don't know like the soup, ask who the soup is as well. It might help you in your case.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're if you don't see yourself on the schedule, that's even more. Go to the com. Don't just sit there and be like, well, I'm on the schedule. I'll wait to see if they put me on the next one. No, go to the fucking com. If you're running bags and just by chance your scanner doesn't refresh or whatever it is, you don't see anything pop up, go to the window, just look at Rafiq in the morning and say, what do you want? Just get just make sure.
Stay your lane.
Hey,
Right.
what do you have to say? Hey, how you doing?
I just can't stress it enough.
Yeah, just walk away. Hi. Just keep, if you got to scream, just scream his name, Rafiq. And when he turns around, gets all pissed off, hi, and then walk away.
Yeah.
That's
Those
it.
have been a lot of
Who was
meetings.
that guy? He's like, who was that guy?
Yeah, Rafiq
But yeah.
with nothing, plurals, nothing. There's no
Yeah.
S's in anything.
No.
But just like I said, for your own protection, just please report to somebody.
As soon as you can.
Because if you don't think they're looking for you, they are looking for you.
Yep.
Right.
We just had 2 people they're actually they're coming back.
Oh,
but
good.
we had 2 people termed recently for whereabouts.
Right.
So just please, please, please.
Yeah, don't just sit in the break room waiting to be paged like that little dog and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah.
Sitting there,
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you're not going to go a day with them giving you nothing to do. You know, if you're on the schedule, then I think just because, I didn't see my flight or whatever it was, that you can't expect it to be come in and sit there all day. You're at a job and you're not going to be, and so they're gonna find it out. But not all of them are that case. So that's why don't even put yourself in that situation. Just come and see somebody.
Nice.
So
yes, please. Yeah, I feel like we've been doing
thanks,
this for a long
Wally.
time.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. But before we go, actually, I wanted to put my glass, my beer up to my. Well, I got to open this back up to my dear friend. I know you guys heard the applause. That's because this is our first full year doing the podcast.
Nice.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yes,
Congratulations.
1 year.
And thanks for joining us, Wally, as well. I think it's, again, a great addition that we have you here.
I just enjoy doing it. I just came out just to come out because I know Jay had nothing else fucking better to do.
Right.
But then I
Came out and
wanted
enjoyed
to
it.
come, yeah, and I wanted to come back.
I
So
know.
I'm glad you guys have me. Thank you.
Yeah, and nobody can say that we're not giving out information. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't come out to the break room and talk to 7 people of the 1,200 people that we have. So I mean, if you decide to listen, it takes 20 minutes out of your.
Yes, that's all it is. It's the ride home or the ride to work. It's all it really is.
Right.
Even
In,
taking a dump,
in
maybe
between
even
flights,
going to
people
sleep. I don't know.
people sit and play on their phones in between flights all day. People on their
Yeah.
phones all day.
Yeah.
And if you-
People get written up for wearing earbuds. Listen to this while you're wearing earbuds.
Yeah.
I will fight harder for you.
And if you don't want to hear us,
Yeah,
we're
so
annoying.
when we find out that you got written up because you were hearing this podcast, trust me, we'll make sure that write-up comes out.
That's
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Even if we have to threaten Dave. Like,
Right.
look, buddy.
And if you don't like the sound of our voices, hey, get on YouTube, mute it, and then just put all the captions on and just read what we're saying, right?
Yes. That way, if you don't want to hear us, then you can just read it.
And here's to all the people who have been listening to us and actually giving us the compliments. So
Yes.
thank you
Thank
guys.
you
for
very
listening.
much.
You can't cheers with a non-alcoholic beer. So
Yeah, you just like doing water.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ. All right, real quick, guys. Let's give these guys something to watch before their flights come in. Hugo.
Oh, I just watched a movie called Mike, Nick, and Alice. It's yeah, I know it sounds funny.
the weirdest shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because James.
No X-rated stuff, okay? We don't want your stuff.
all right,
Go ahead, go.
Next.
No.
No. James Marsden, y'all know him as Cyclops, for your nerds.
Yep.
Vince Vaughn's in it. He plays Nick. Nick, they're actually criminals. They're like gangsters. Nick comes back from the future to kidnap Nick and to save Mike, but then he finds out some secrets, and then all that the plan goes awry because now he's having second thoughts. It's a funny comedy, actually. It's very good. It's a lot of action too. It's sci-fi as well, but it's a good watch. Trust me, it is. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
What about you guys?
Wally?
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you brought up James Marsden, so that made me think of this show that I've just finished a week or two ago, the second season, a show called Paradise. It's a really good show. I enjoyed it. Roy Neighbors actually got me into it. It basically starts out with like an assassination, an ex-president, and then by the end of like the first episode, you come to find out that they're actually living in an underground city after supposedly like nuclear war type thing.
Oh yeah, I did. I started watching that.
And
You're
it's
right, yes.
basically a whole city that lives underground.
Underground.
In a bunker, basically a giant bunker. And then by this end of the second season, they end up going back up to. I mean, there's a lot happens.
It's all lies.
Yes, but it's actually a really good show. James Marsden is in that. That's what made me think of that. I'm like, I don't think I've talked about that before. So it's a really good show if you ever get a chance. The second season just ended.
Nice. For me, it's gonna be. We used to be a big wrestling fan, but on Netflix, it's Hogan, the American Hero.
I watched the first 2 episodes when I went to Dallas.
That was a very interesting story. I mean, it's on him. I thought it was good. I mean, no matter what, I still think he's a turd, especially when he did the Bret Hart in WrestleMania 9. I mean, I knew that beforehand before watching it,
Actually,
and they elaborated on it.
Remember
and
you said something about that?
And yeah, that's.
And I saw that part.
He's
Bret Hart just going, fuck him. I was like, damn.
I mean, basically, they tried to promote. Hogan was already done, and they tried to promote Bret Hart. And of course, Hogan comes in, and he runs the show. Vince McMahon loves him. He's all right, cool. I want the belt back. Obviously, Bret. Wait a minute, what's going on? But all right, whatever. You're the boss. Here's the belt. And again, there's more to it than that. But again, I tried to pity the guy. He did go through some shit. But I still think he's a turd. But again, it's still good. I still
It was
like
actually
it.
sad watching like the interview of his, like they said it was like his last interview before he
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
And just watching that, and then I also heard he was on ridiculous amount of painkillers, like not even all of it legal.
Yeah.
Because he was in so much pain.
Yeah,
and
it's sad, man.
Yeah.
But
and he's working out. He's working out the first episode.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, and it was like not too long before he died. He's still working out. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
It's the life, man. That's the life.
man.
But yeah, it's Hogan, American Hero on Netflix. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for the podcast this week. Again, like us, subscribe to us, spread the word. Spread the word to all the guys. It's great information. Again, I'm your host, Eric Perez, alongside your elected union rep, Wally Matties, and your safety rep for the station, Hugo Valles. Hugo.
All right, everybody. I can't wait to be swinging my lightsaber around May 4th. And y'all stay safe out there.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, guys.
See ya. And we're signing off.